Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Are you okay? In your neck of
When we dry them up, too cold. Now go too deep, you know. Yeah, you have to watch Joe, you know. Our troops, see there? Apple cider vinegar and our troops. Come up right, make them get saturated in the gravy and all of that. On today's episode of the Jamaican cooking journey, we will be preparing some chicken foot soup. We're going to do it a little different. I just want to pause here to say thanks to all my patrons that have been supporting my Patreon page, and those of you who would like to be a supporter of my Patreon page, you can look in the description of this video and all my other videos and lives. There will be the link. Click on it and show your girl some support right there. Now today we are going to be, as I said before, making some chicken foot soup. We're going to do it a different way. We're going to have like a, we're going to do it. We're going to start and make a base like, let's roll how we're going to do it. Let me show you what I'll be using. Of course, we have the chicken foot. So I've got here my chicken foot. They have been cleaned, washed, remove the toes, and then we give them a little chop right here. Right at the interval right here, right at this interval here. You always give them a little chop. That is to enable them when they're cooking to be like, more relaxed, easier to cook. I have here, of course, some pumpkin, finely chopped pumpkin. And if you have ever watched any of my fried chicken foot soup videos, you would see that I did the pumpkin different. Today, look, I'll be doing it. I'll leave the link to, I think I have maybe 1 or 2 honestly in-depth chicken foot soup. It's not a lot. So I'll leave the link for you to go check that out. I have here some chocha, carrots and turnip. I am a person that loves turnip in my plain soup. Okay, if you don't have to use it. I have here some chopped scallions, some chopped garlic, some chopped bell peppers, and some garlic. Lots of garlic. So let me say garlic, scallions, thyme, and a little bell peppers. You could substitute, or you could also add some celery. If you have it, don't leave it out. I don't have right here. I'm using cloves, as opposed to pimento seeds. These have a lot of medicinal values. It's really good. And we are going to kind of do it like, we are going to kind of do like a little medicinal part, start it medicinally likewise, and then we turn it in a soup. Ground turmeric, a little ground cumin, and in here is some coriander powder. Okay, we have a regular scallion and thyme, and I think there's a green pepper inside here too. We'll put up with it. Of course, we are going to add our little dumplings, but we are not at that point as yet. This is the starting point right over here. That can you say happy weekend?
Happy weekend to everybody.
Yes. So we are going, this is a little bit of a olive oil. Just a bit, just like probably like a little tablespoonful, really hot. So I'm going to put this in there. And these are my scallions, my green bell pepper, and my chopped onion, I must add, and some garlic and scallions. Okay, we are going to be sauteing this. Yeah, we are going to saute, get to heat up. Mind you, my kettle is right there with hot water. To substitute water, you could use some chicken broth. And if you really are dealing with your kitchen, like you're really supposed to deal with it. If you have your turkey carcass, your roast chicken carcass, and all of them, something you could have made a broth from it and have it. I did have a roast chicken carcass, should have given you a video for that, but I don't know, it slipped me. I had it on my agenda, but it slipped me. So you could use your roast chicken carcass to make a broth, keep it and have it. But if not, you could use store-bought or just regular water. Yeah. So get your flame up, and we are going to be sauteing off this. Get this up and high. The garlics are in there, so pay it some attention. Don't leave it far. Don't go far. Don't burst your pepper though. So you don't want no whole heap of olive oil. I used olive oil. Just like for your me tell us how we are going to start it from a little medicinal way. But if you don't want to use olive oil and you have, then you just use what you have. Let the heat be high so it breaks down as it goes along. Remember to keep on track. Don't go far. Next clip. Okay, so you see, oh, this is so lovely. That you smell the flavors, the herbs flavors. So you just want to go with just like a tablespoon of olive oil. So you see it's breaking down and there is almost no grease in there. So you want it. But you have to put, being seen it's on the eye, you know, so the garlic easy for burn. So you got to do it like this. You don't want the garlic to burn up in the thing, you know. So me understand. So now we're going to put in these veggies because they are harder to cook than the pumpkin. Yeah. With your flame still on the eye, you're going to put your veggies in. We're going to start now moving around these veggies. Why these? Let me just say it. I'm going to repeat myself. They are harder to cook. Yeah. So look here. You're going to leave them. So it's going to be hard now for the garlic to burn because it have, you know, whole heap of company in it and it makes some little, you know, some little moisture down in at the bottom. Still you have to stay near this and all of that. So look at this. This is what is going to happen. Whilst that is happening, today we're going to be doing a little multitasking. We are going to write down with you know, so we do that something in my kitchen. So we are going to leave this right there, so, and that's our stove. And you're not supposed to do 1 mile from your stove. Your working table, you're not supposed to do 10 miles from your stove. It must be in close proximity so you can prep and all of that. Now look at this. What we're going to do here, have your chicken washed, chicken foot. You could use chicken too. Try to avoid the fatty part. Remove the skin. Yeah, if you are going to do that with fowl. So we're going to be putting some turmeric on this thing. You see what I'm saying? You understand? So you kind of get a little rub up. You know, and for those who are talking about this and that, I don't know, this thing I look like me not so equipped. So put in a little turmeric. Yeah. And that's a little healthy part I come in like, you know? Yeah. Put a little turmeric. We don't go too hard, you know. So, oh, this turmeric is beautiful. Right, and whistling and all of that. Right back on over here. Yeah. That's how you cook. When people see how move in your kitchen, them know say guess what? You run kitchen no run you. And all of that, scatter it out, make it look feet like something beautiful. We're building a base for this chicken fall foot. So chicken foot, but you know so me have to say for. I'm gonna put a little, this is a little cumin. And we don't do no advertisement for no brand because them people who do this a cumin don't have no oil me. Just a little bit. The cumin is very strong. You know that. Don't go too much. A little bit of what is thing here? Coriander powder. Just a little bit. Not got too much here. I didn't sit near strong. See? I put little salt, yeah. And some people say, oh, Miss Debbie, don't use the white, so just use pink Himalayan, you see? I get little Himalayan salt flavor. Don't do a lot. You know, say our Jamaican chicken foot soup, we have to have a little that thing there, noodles. So you want to give it a little rubbing here, a little stirring in. So let's take a look right here. Riding and whistling is the theme for this here. Our chicken foot soup being done differently. Look at this now. Right in now with the fowl foot then. This is where the hot water is gonna come in. Right here. Hot water time. And all of that. Get a little hot water, not a lot. Yeah. Make sure you know for angle yourself and you don't burn up yourself. Oh yes, that's what we all wanted. That was what I want. Yeah. And all of that. Right in. We're still on the high. And all of that. Look here. We are gonna mix this thing up. Somebody's gonna say, how is she a cook? So see what me a cook? We're making our chicken foot soup. We are do it like a little, you know, healthy look. It a little healthy look. And all of that. So look at this now. This is gonna be start cooking down. So you know, so if you have the hot water, so we are gonna put some more hot water. We're gonna put about 3 to 4 cups of water right there, and we are gonna leave it to start cooking down. We just when I have it pan with pan, it a deal with feeding, you know. But You're not going to leave it to cook on the high. You're going to leave it to cook at a medium pace. And mustn't come. Okay, so this is our vegetables and our chicken foot. You see that? They are cooking, and we have that nice turmeric color in the soup, and the vegetables are breaking down. The chicken foot also is chewy, so you gotta put it in early. Now it is time for our pumpkins. You put as much pumpkin as you want. This is the amount that I'm putting in. You determine your pot of soup, and you must adjust to the size pot of soup that you're cooking. And as soon as you put in that amount, your pumpkin, you're gonna definitely now move towards some additional hot water, and you're just gonna pour enough right there. Okay, now that is gonna cook. Look at that. You see that? Look at that. So you're gonna leave it on the same medium, and you're gonna go now prepare your little stuff to put in your soup, like your little soup dumplings, your little, you want to put real, we say Irish potatoes, whatever you call them, potatoes there. I'm gonna use sweet potato yam and just a few dumplings. We want to get a lot of liquid, not too much of a, you know, like a big chunk or something. We just want some warm liquid with this cold weather. Oh, yesterday in Jamaica it was so chilly, and I know where you are, it cold, and you're gonna need this. So look here, let this cook until all the pumpkins start break down and mash and start to give that soup the base. Then at that point I return. You know how to make your little soup dumplings. There is a video on this channel that I've done probably about 4 years ago, showing you how to make your dough and to make your different types of dumpling. A very old video, but I am going to leave the link to that video in the description of this video. You'll go learn how to make your dough and to make your different types of dumplings. That is for the people that are just joining us, and we want to say welcome and thank you, and are going to say how you didn't show us how to make the dough for the dumplings. So I'm going to do that. So when you see me next, this thing's supposed to break down, have a whole heap of body. We're going to need additional liquid, which is water. But if you have stock, you can do it. Not stock, broth. You understand? So when we return, we're going to be at that point. Even though you're to come every now and then, stir it around, don't let it be too high. We're still going to need some more liquid. When we return, all these pumpkins will break down, and we start have a little body to the soup, and with the small amount of, you know, little condiments that we're going to put in there, we are going to be having a little soup going on. I'll catch you in that clip. Now family, you can see what is happening inside here. You can hardly see your pumpkins. Your pumpkins, they are cooked out. That's why we cut them so fine, and they are breaking down. You know, we're not going to see the pumpkins. I'm more carrot we are going to see. You see the pumpkin, you see it? So each time you just stir, and the stirring will just break down the pumpkin, and the soup will get rich and richer each time. Don't mind these little things. They are the leaves from the thyme. Yeah. Now it is time to add this beauty right here. Okay, so we're gonna get it all added. We're gonna put in, I think we're gonna put in 1 full pack, and you can use whatever, use your own of choice. There are so many. They have a lot of them going on. You're gonna stir it in. Make sure you're doing a lot of stirring, scraping around to the edges. Now I should have showed you then that our chicken foot is halfway cooked. Because you know when the soup done in, you want a nice chicken foot for you fall off of the bone, it did it, and I go and like it tough. So you see, hence the reason we chopped it at this interval here is to get it to cook, you know, and make when it cook it just come down nice. All of that. Remember to stir, to scrape around. Now on the very medium, we're going to be adding dumplings. But before we add our dumplings, you add your dumpling if you want to add it last. Do your thing. Okay, I normally had my dumpling at a certain interval. Do you? We're gonna put a lot more of this water. My kettle is hot. Wow. Be careful, family, and do your thing a little better than I did with that kettle. I don't think I did well with that kettle. Or I guess it's the nature. You see what happens when you use hot water? The pot continues cooking. The temperature not drop. Look at this now. You see that? You just added hot water. Look at this. I'm stirring around and there is space in there. Just your other vegetables and your chicken foot mostly, and they are, you know, the rest of the vegetables as you cook and go along, they will break down. Now it's time to add dumplings, and we'll be adding soup dumplings. Remember, I'm going to leave the link. That's what we call soup dumplings. And you make it like this. Make it shape like festival. I'm not going to put peanuts. If you want to put some peanuts in, you can do that. But I'm putting some soup dumplings. Yeah. And you can look and see that your pot is like just cooking away on the minimal. You don't want to cook it too high, because if you cook it too high as you cook and it goes on, it will just dries out, you know, or the liquid, you know, and your food not cook, family, you know. So cooking at a certain temperature is always important. So I'm gonna do this and let it cook for another pretty good about 10 minutes, and then I'll return to put my other, like my yam. I'll be adding the extra. It's just sweet potatoes and yam, not a lot. So I'll catch you in the next clip. Okay, now family, I've added a little more liquid. Wow. Now that the pumpkins have broken down, you see the color of the soup. I'm putting in sweet potato as opposed to Irish potato. Huh? Yeah, and some yam. Put in all of this. I'll come back and show you how I'm going to deal with the next little final season up. And this is a pretty color soup, Dad. Yes. Wouldn't you say that? Really rich and pretty. Next clip, fam. After Christmas cook down, we say you could use your old corns and all of that. I don't have, but you don't know a long time say your girl have some frozen corns, so why not right in and all of that. Shoot them up now, Kimmy. Shoot them up, shoot them up. Change your camera, person, change your camera. Get it in slow. Cook your soup on the slow mode. We're gonna let our corns just a little old kernel corn just come right out and all of that. Look at that. Kimmy, you dip on it. Make sure them are seat, you know, Kimmy. Sat the soup after Christmas. Sat the full food soup. I'll catch you in the next clip. So my food is in. You saw I've put out all my chicken foot and my food. Now it's time to take up some of this good old Jamaican chicken foot soup. This is soup now. This is the soup. Look at it. This is the soup I'm ladling all there. You want soup, not food. When we want food, we cook food. When we want soup, now we need soup. We're putting soup. From my kitchen to yours. From my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your plate, and most of all to your stomach. It is this, my Jamaican chicken foot soup. Do it a different way, but you'll end up with the same result. Please do enjoy. In this weather, this is what you need. Make a lot of it. Put it out in small portions to how you want it. Get it all cool. Freeze it. When you're ready, you just thaw it in your refrigerator. Reheat. Shoot them up, Kimmy. Give them another shot, Kimmy. This is it. Look at that in that bowl. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. In the description of this and all my other videos will be all the info that you need to get onto me. Remember to support my Patreon page. Videos that you see on my Patreon page, they will never be uploaded on my YouTube channel. Once more, be you, do you. Most of all, love you. Some of this chicken foot soup.